Welcome to episode 1453 of the Multifamily Collective. This morning, let's talk about where we are in the AI chase, if you will, or the Chat GPT-4 application in the multifamily space, because I think it's interesting. I heard some feedback about the AIM conference and how there were lots of conversations about theories and concepts and potential use cases and things of that nature, but there were no conversations about real use cases in the multifamily space, things that you could actually take away from the conference and go and put into use in your business. And I don't think that's an indictment of AIM by any stretch of the imagination. I think that they did an amazing job of curating content that is going to be mainstream very soon. Because think about that. They were curating this conference well in advance of the time of the conference, and then curating all the speakers that would opine about something that is literally in the first half of the first inning, if you're thinking about a baseball analogy, and maybe even the first batter up, right? And so it's really early innings. I think that the balance of the conversation for this year is going to be centered around concepts and philosophy and theories about how you make application of ChatGPT in your ecosystem. Even I've done that, right? I don't have any practical application aside from using it to write ad copy for some of our websites, and maybe potentially in some other places, but and for my own personal use, I've started to play with it a lot and sort of introduced that into my morning writing routine. And so I think that we're in the very early innings. I think that the ecosystems that we all play in and that we all listen to is a very small percentage of the world at large. And if you think about it that way, the percentage of people who are actually using ChatGPT is very narrow. And if you think about that in the context of the multifamily space, it's even more narrow. And if you think about real practitioners versus hobbyists, you narrow the field even more. So I don't think that companies should get overly stimulated about ChatGPT or AI, but they should start enlisting people in your organization, even yourself, just playing with the technology, thinking about use cases, understanding how that architecture might fit into your overarching architecture and org charts, and then just keep at it. It will come to be a mainstay in our organizations. It will become a mainstay with our vendor partners in the way that they use it in their business. But it's going to be an interesting 18 to 24 months going forward. So I'm looking forward to it myself, and I look forward to hearing from some of the stories that you guys in this community come up with. All right, take care. We'll talk to you again soon.